Welcome to the garden. Today I'm going to show you how you can dye eggs using only natural ingredients. We've used things like turmeric, coffee, grape juice, red cabbage, and even grass. So it's really simple to do. You just need to boil your ingredients for about 10 minutes. That extracts those colors. Then you want to let that cool and then set in your hard-boiled eggs for about 2 hours to overnight. So we're going to hard-boil these eggs, and we're going to be using the cold water method. So we're going to cover them about 1 inch with water, then we're going to put them on the stove on high. And right when we hit a boil, we're going to turn off the heat, cover the pan, and let them sit for 25 minutes. So now it's 25 minutes, and then we're going to rapid cool them. So now we'll add our ice, and we'll let them sit in some nice cool water, right up until they're cool. You'll be able to hold them and tell that they're nice and cold. So we'll just let these sit now with this ice. Look at that, it's gorgeous. It's like a color wheel. It's phenomenal, and they're all natural. Just things that you can pick up from around the garden or at your local grocer. I got the darkest grape juice that I could find. I actually held them up to the light so that I could find the darkest one with the most color. And besides being delicious, we really get some beautiful hues. We have red beets, and these have a sort of a pinkish red color. Once they're cooked, they look like this, and that's kind of the color we get, a really dark pinkish red. Our red cabbage was, I think, the biggest surprise. It cooks down blue, which is just fascinating. And then we have all three hues just from that one red cabbage. So watch what happens when we add a little bit of vinegar to our blue, which is the base. There's a little bit of a chemical reaction. Look at that, it happens almost instantly. And then if we mix this in, look at that. Color just completely changes. And actually the dye still remains sort of bluish. So some of these should be pretty blue. Beautiful, beautiful blue color on those. So we'll check up on all these in a minute here, but these two here, I tried to get green with grass. And I actually added just a splash of our blue from our red cabbage, just to kind of mix those colors and get a little bit more green. Then we have our red onion, which although looks sort of a crimson, actually gives us a kind of a burnt green color. Really fascinating. Then we'll use paprika and turmeric. We have the turmeric back here, that yellow. This is what gives mustard that bright yellow color. Then we have paprika over here, nice tomatoey red. And then this is a mix of the two. So we kind of made an orange by mixing yellow and red. Then we have coffee, which is actually really surprising. You get these beautiful, natural brown colors. So they started off white. And look at these beautiful, soft, natural colors we've gotten. Some beautiful blues and purples. Just very muted tones and colors. Perfect for Easter. And we've done a little bit of decoration with some crayons. And a little bit of candle wax, actually. So you can get really creative with this. And you get some really beautiful stuff. So these were soaking for a couple hours. And now we can check up on the ones that have been soaking overnight. So our grape juice gives us a really beautiful purple color. It's really lovely how that turns out. This one is our beets, our red beets. So we got a sort of a reddish brown and a little bit of speckling too from just the pattern on the eggs. Now to our cabbage, where we get some incredible shades of blue. We get a beautiful pastel light blue. That one had quite a bit of vinegar in it, so it turns hot pink, but it actually gives us a blue color. This one had a little bit less vinegar, but look at that beautiful blue color. So that's a really nice one there. Beautiful robin's egg blue. This is just the plain cabbage without any vinegar. So you can see we really get a lot more color by adding a little bit of vinegar. That deepens that color, and it also softens the shell a little bit so that it can absorb more of the dyes. Now we have grass with just a little bit of that cabbage. Very soft, subtle green. So not much coloration there. You could probably get away with more color with spinach. Spinach has been used to dye clothes way, way back. So you can still use that spinach to get green coloration. I just wanted to save some money so we could just try a little bit of grass. This one's just grass, and you can see we've got a little bit more of that green. So that's a really nice color there. I'm happy with how this one turned out. Then to our red onion skin, and we actually got a more brown color this time. There's a little bit of green in there, but compared to our last one, this is the one that was previously dyed in that red onion, and it's got a little bit more of a green. So over time it goes a little bit from green to more brown. So that's really interesting. Now we're on to the really warm colors. We've got paprika, which has this beautiful tomatoey reddish orange color. You can see the pigment just dripping off there. And we've just boiled this in some water so that we can try and extract that pigment. Then we have a mix of paprika. This is paprika and turmeric. Very nice color. Kind of like a sunset, beautiful gold. Then just the turmeric. And this one I did draw a few designs with some crayons. So we've got some real nice simple stripes there. But look at that amazing color. That's just incredible. This went from white to gold, and just a beautiful kind of a mustardy yellow. So I think that one's one of my favorites. And the last one we have is coffee. A nice, subtle, natural brown. And this is some really nice, rich, dark coffee. So there we have it. So these are some really stunning eggs, all dyed with 100% natural colors. So these ones soaked overnight, and they really turned out wonderful. Beautiful bright colors. And these ones here soaked for a couple hours yesterday. So pretty similar colors. but the overnight are just a little bit darker, and I think just a little bit better. But that is a gorgeous set of naturally dyed eggs, using cabbage and beets, grape juice, coffee, and even grass. It's really amazing. So I hope you give this a go. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.